basically position of the Mandani administration is we'll list them all and let central planners sort them out. And the interesting thing is that many of these people are Mandani supporters who are just objecting we shouldn't be on the list, which is itself almost comical. It's these are people who thought they were with the mob. But the problem with being with a Marxist mob is standing in front of them and saying, I'm one of the good blood-sucking capitalists or privileged elite. You know, it really doesn't help much to stop the direction of that mob. So Mandani just brushing this off is really an example of what's really going on here. This was a horrendous rollout. It's absurd. You know, this was a huge number of properties that are not subject to this tax. And Mandani's shrugging it off. It's because he's engaged in class war. And this is his list of potential targets in that class war. And people don't want to be on that list. Now, the fact is that it's extremely unlikely that litigation of this kind is going to stop this tax in New York. New York has very ample laws allowing them to do this. And what's the most likely outcome is that people are going to continue to flee the city and with them take their tax revenue. But what they're really trying to ask the court today is, can you do something about this list? This is obviously negligent, and it's causing us a great deal of problem.
Breaking news: Mandani has responded to the New Yorkers, his supporters who were on the list and who are upset and who are being sued. Here he is responding to them. Yeah. Yep. That's what he's doing, folks. He doesn't care about you all. He doesn't care. Anytime somebody doxes you. So just so you all understand what happened here, he published a public tax roll listing over 900,000 properties, their names, addresses, and values, all right, as potentially subject to the surcharge, even though the vast majority are primary residences that don't qualify. So plaintiffs say this caused mass confusion and invited unwanted public scrutiny of private homeowners. But you know they hate everything private, but a vagina and a penis. Shelley, what are your thoughts?
Number two, for chickens coming home to roost. Okay. I mean, we must have a farm here tonight because, first of all, remember a few years ago when the governor of Texas, and I think DeSantis as well, sent those illegals to Martha's Vineyard. All those people in Martha's Vineyard, they were clutching their pearls. You know, they can't have these people here. This was wrong. But these are the same people who advocate for these kinds of policies, but they didn't want them in their backyard. Point here in New York City. Now, I am not in agreement with Mandani at all, but the people he put on his list, his friends, these are the same people who voted for him. Okay, he didn't hide what he wanted to do. He was talking to socialism from the beginning. So what did they think? They probably thought, it's not going to be me. I'm in the it crowd, if you will. I'm on the side where I need to be. We're going to be protected. We're the elite. We're special, whatever the case may be. But no, Mandani said, I'm coming for your money because you have it. And when push comes to shove, guess what? These people are as much of a capitalist as anybody, because you know what? They want to preserve whatever money and assets and wealth they have, just like the rest of us do. So they're either going to get out of Dodge, or now they have to maybe rethink. We supported this guy, and the policies that we're advocating for are coming back to kick us in the ass.
Oh, God! Wow! Devastating!
Yeah. Knockout, Shelley. You are 100% right. Knockout. Nicole, what are your thoughts?
Listen, Shelley hit the nail right over the head. I'm going to tell you, the people who voted for him, the elite people who got to a point and said, what if we tried socialism? I mean, how bad can it be? I'm still going to have my money. I can move. I can go other places. They've really screwed the rest of the state. outside of New York City, the rest of the state is not incredibly wealthy. I mean, you're talking about a blue collar kind of, especially upstate, a blue collar kind of area where you find these people having to pay more in taxes to save New York City from its own dumbass self. And that's what this is boiling down to. Now, the elite, they're angry, but they can afford to be angry from California or from Florida or from Tennessee or from Texas. They can be angry from Paris. They can be angry from London. They can be angry from anywhere on the globe. They don't necessarily have to be angry in New York City. But the people who make, an average living, those are the people who are suffering. They're the ones caught between a rock and a hard place. And I want to feel some kind of way, but a lot of them voted for him too. Right. So guess what? Elections have consequences, and there are a lot of consequences that go around. The New York GOP could have found better candidates. Candidate quality does play a part in that. However, they picked the person least likely to succeed. This man's never really had a job before in his life. You can't go from a failed rapper to mayor of New York City, or can you? Here we are, and you see what's happening. It's not even been a year yet. It's not even been a year.
What's up, everybody? This is Poppin' Politics. Get your merch. Are you a Poppin' Politics fan? Are you unapologetically American? Or not black, not white American? We got it all for you right here. Get your merch.
Get the classic shirt. Classic. Goes with everything, comes in a variety of colors. Smart, edgy, conservative, like us, like you. This is a great way to support the channel. Click the merch button.
There is no shame in being an American. Get your shirt today and be unapologetic about it. Get your shirt, wear it, and be a proud American.
You can get it all in t-shirts and hoodies. You can get it in stickers, on bags. You can get it all on our website, metroconservativemedia.com, or our YouTube page, Pop and Politics, and tag over to store. You can get your merch and show you're proud to be an American and support Pop and Politics.